Once upon a time, in a small village by the sea, there lived a young fisherman named Youssef. He was known for his fishing skills and kind heart, and he spent most of his days on a small boat, sailing across the vast ocean in search of a catch. One day, as Youssef was fishing as usual, he felt a strong tug on his line, something heavier than any fish he had ever caught before. After a long struggle, he finally managed to pull up his line, and to his amazement, he found a beautiful fish unlike anything he had ever seen. Its scales shimmered under the sunlight, glowing with colors of emerald and gold. Youssef was captivated by the beauty of the fish and decided not to sell it. Instead, he took it home and placed it in a small pond near his house. Every time he looked at it, he felt a strange connection, as if the fish held some kind of magic. That night, as Youssef slept, he heard a soft voice calling his name. He opened his eyes to find a sight beyond belief. The fish he had caught had transformed into a stunning mermaid, with long golden hair cascading over her shoulders and deep blue eyes like the ocean. The mermaid spoke in a gentle voice, saying, "I am Lina, a mermaid, and I have been cursed for many years to live as a fish until someone frees me from this prison." Youssef was shocked at first, but he felt a special bond pulling him towards her. He asked, "How can I help you?" Lina replied, "You have already begun to free me by bringing me to this pond, but I still need one final thing to return to my world. You must take me to the deepest point in the sea, where I can go back to my home among the mermaids." Without hesitation, Youssef agreed, for he had fallen in love with Lina the moment she transformed before him. The next morning, they set out together on a small boat, embarking on a long journey toward the depths of the sea. During their voyage, strange things began to happen. Storms suddenly arose, and fierce waves crashed against the boat. Youssef realized that someone didn't want Lina to return to her world. But despite all the challenges, he kept rowing, determined to fulfill his promise. Finally, they reached the destination. Lina looked at Youssef with sorrow and gratitude in her eyes and said, "You have done the impossible for me. But now I must return to my world." Youssef felt a deep sadness, knowing he might lose her forever, but he also understood that true love meant letting her live freely. He bid her farewell and watched as she dove into the depths of the sea, disappearing from sight. Youssef returned to his village with a mix of pride and heartache, but he never forgot Lina. Whenever he sat by the shore, he felt as if she was still near him,